Imagine stepping out from the cool stone of an Italian villa onto a sun-drenched terrace. The air is warm, carrying the faint, sweet scent of citrus blossoms and the earthy aroma of boxwood hedges warmed by the sun. Below you, a landscape unfolds not by chance, but by design, a breathtaking tapestry of green geometry, sparkling water, and timeless stone. You hear the gentle murmur of a fountain, a sound that seems to echo the whispers of artists, poets, and philosophers who walked these paths centuries ago. Welcome, fellow garden lovers, landscape dreamers, and history enthusiasts, to Blooming Grounds. Today, we embark on an inspirational journey back in time to explore the magnificent world of Italian Renaissance gardens. These aren't just collections of plants. They are living sculptures, outdoor rooms brimming with symbolism, philosophy, and human ingenuity. They represent a pivotal moment when Western culture rediscovered the beauty of classical antiquity and sought to create paradise on earth, a harmonious blend of human order and natural splendor. Join me as we uncover the historical roots, the visionary minds, the defining features, and the enduring legacy of these remarkable spaces that continue to inspire us today. To truly appreciate the revolutionary nature of the Renaissance garden, we must first understand the world it emerged from. The preceding medieval period often saw gardens as enclosed, practical spaces, the hortus conclusus, protected within castle or monastery walls, focused primarily on growing herbs, vegetables, and medicinal plants. They were inward-looking, reflecting a society often preoccupied with security and the afterlife. But then came the Renaissance, a rebirth, a flowering of art, science, and thought, particularly in 15th and 16th century Italy. Fueled by newfound wealth from trade and banking, and inspired by the rediscovery of classical Greek and Roman texts and ruins, a new philosophy took hold: humanism. Humanism celebrated human potential, reason, and our place within the natural world. It looked outward, seeking order, proportion, beauty, and a rational understanding of the universe. This shift in mindset dramatically transformed garden design. Gardens became an extension of the magnificent villas built by wealthy patrons, families like the powerful Medici in Florence, the Este in Ferrara and Tivoli, the Farnese near Rome. These gardens were no longer just for sustenance. They were powerful statements of wealth, status, and intellectual sophistication. They were meticulously designed spaces meant to be seen, experienced, and contemplated. They served as outdoor settings for philosophical discussions, theatrical performances, elaborate parties, and quiet reflection. The garden became a canvas upon which the Renaissance ideals of order, harmony, perspective, and the integration of art and nature could be expressed. It was a place where humanity could demonstrate its ability to shape and perfect the natural world, creating a bridge between the built environment of the villa and the wilder landscape beyond. Early examples, like the Villa Medici in Fiesole overlooking Florence, began to explore terracing and views, while later masterpieces like the Villa d'Este in Tivoli took these concepts to spectacular, theatrical heights. Behind these green masterpieces were visionary individuals, both the patrons who commissioned them and the architects and artists who brought them to life. The wealthy families provided the resources and the ambition, seeking to create legacies that would rival those of ancient Rome. Cosimo de' Medici, for instance, fostered an environment in Florence where Neoplatonic philosophy intertwined with garden design, viewing the garden as a place for intellectual retreat. But it was the designers, often architects, sculptors, or engineers, who translated these ambitions into reality. Leon Battista Alberti, a true Renaissance man, wrote extensively on architecture and garden design in his treatise De Reedificatoria. While not a hands-on garden builder himself, his ideas about proportion, perspective, and the integration of the villa with its surroundings were profoundly influential. He advocated for gardens that offered pleasant walks, shade, water features, and carefully placed classical ornamentation, setting the theoretical stage. Then came the practitioners. Niccolò Tribolo, a sculptor and engineer, designed the gardens of the Medici villas at Castello and Boboli in Florence, known for their intricate layouts, grottos, and elaborate fountains. Giacomo Barazzi de Vignola, a masterful architect, gifted us the elegant Villa Farnese at Caprarola, with its unique pentagonal fortress and stunning terraced gardens, and the sublime Villa Lant at Bagnaia. Villa Lant is often considered one of the most perfect examples of Renaissance garden design, with its harmonious symmetry, water chain, and allegorical narrative unfolding as one ascends through the terraces. And we cannot forget Piero Ligorio, an architect, painter, and antiquarian, whose magnum opus is the breathtaking Villa d'Este at Tivoli. Commissioned by Cardinal Ippolito II d'Este, Ligorio transformed a steep hillside into a dazzling water wonderland, using ingenious hydraulics to power hundreds of fountains, cascades, and even a famous water organ, creating a spectacle designed to awe and amaze visitors. These designers weren't just arranging plants, they were sculpting space, choreographing experiences, and weaving narratives in green. So, what makes an Italian Renaissance garden instantly recognizable? What are the key ingredients that capture the essence of this era? It begins with the layout. Order and geometry reign supreme. These gardens are almost always extensions of the villa, linked by a strong central axis that provides a primary line of sight, often leading the eye towards a distant view or a significant feature. Terracing is common, especially on hillsides, transforming challenging topography into a series of level platforms connected by grand staircases or ramps. This creates distinct outdoor rooms, each with its own character and purpose. Within these terraces, you'll often find intricate parterres, level areas laid out in symmetrical, geometric patterns, usually edged with low-clipped hedges of evergreen boxwood, Buxus sempervirens. These patterns might be filled with flowers, colored sand, or simply remain green, emphasizing the design itself. Symmetry is paramount, creating a sense of balance and harmony that reflects the Renaissance belief in a rational, ordered universe. Plant selection was deliberate and structural. Evergreens formed the backbone, boxwood for hedges and parterres, cypress trees for vertical accents and defining avenues, yew and laurel for structure and topiary. These provided year-round greenness and form, essential for maintaining the garden's architectural quality. Flowers were used more sparingly than in later garden styles, often as accents within the parterres or in pots. Citrus trees, like lemons and oranges, were highly prized, often grown in terracotta pots that could be moved into special shelters called limonaia during winter. The art of topiary, clipping shrubs into geometric shapes or even animal forms, added another layer of sculptural interest. Perhaps the most defining element, however, is water. Water was life, symbolism, and spectacle. Ingenious hydraulic systems channeled water throughout the gardens, feeding everything from simple reflecting pools and quiet basins to elaborate fountains with soaring jets and intricate sculptures. Cascades tumbled down slopes, creating cooling sounds and visual drama. The famous giochi d'acqua, or water tricks, were playful surprises, hidden jets that might spray unsuspecting guests, adding an element of theatricality and amusement. The Villa d'Este, as mentioned, is the ultimate example, a symphony of water in motion. And no Renaissance garden was complete without sculpture and architectural elements. Classical statues depicting gods, goddesses, and mythological scenes were strategically placed as focal points or to enhance the garden's narrative themes. Stone benches invited contemplation, ornate balustrades defined terraces, and decorative urns punctuated pathways. Grottos, artificial caves often adorned with shells, mosaics, and sculptures, offered cool, mysterious retreats from the summer heat, evoking the mythical caves of antiquity. Often, tucked away, one might find a giardino segreto, or secret garden, a smaller, enclosed space offering privacy and intimacy, a personal sanctuary within the larger design. All these elements work together, creating a multi-sensory experience designed to engage the mind as much as the eye. Centuries have passed, yet the allure of the Italian Renaissance garden endures. Its principles continue to echo in landscape design across the globe. Because the core ideas, order, structure, the creation of outdoor rooms, the integration of house and garden, the use of focal points, and the power of evergreen structure, are timeless. Modern designers often draw inspiration from the Renaissance emphasis on clear geometry and spatial definition, creating distinct areas within a garden for dining, relaxing, or playing directly mirrors the concept of outdoor rooms pioneered centuries ago. The use of hedges to create boundaries, pathways, and backdrops remains a fundamental technique. The idea of a strong axis or a deliberate vista helps organize space and draw the eye, even in contemporary settings. Of course, a direct replication isn't always practical or desirable, but the principles can be adapted. In an era increasingly focused on sustainability, we can look at Renaissance gardens through a new lens. While grand water features might seem extravagant today, the underlying principle of celebrating water can be reinterpreted through rainwater harvesting, recirculating fountains, or drought-tolerant plantings arranged within a formal structure. The emphasis on evergreen structure reduces the need for constant replanting and provides year-round interest with lower maintenance. Using local stone and materials, as was common then, aligns perfectly with modern sustainable practices. The structure of a Renaissance-inspired layout can even support biodiversity by incorporating pollinator-friendly plants within the geometric beds. Beyond the physical design, the philosophy of the Renaissance garden resonates deeply today. In our often chaotic and fast-paced world, the desire for spaces that offer order, tranquility, and a connection to nature is stronger than ever. The Renaissance ideal of the garden as a place for contemplation, restoration, and intellectual refreshment speaks directly to our modern focus on well-being. Whether it's a grand estate or a small urban balcony, applying principles of structure, focal points, and green architecture can help us create our own personal sanctuaries, spaces that nourish the spirit just as the gardens of the Medici and the Este did centuries ago. They remind us that a garden can be more than just beautiful. It can be meaningful, a place where human creativity and the natural world meet in perfect harmony. From the sun-baked hills of Tuscany to the dramatic slopes near Rome, the Italian Renaissance garden stands as a testament to a remarkable era of human creativity. It's a legacy written in stone, water, and evergreen, a timeless expression of the desire to create order and beauty in the world around us. These gardens are more than historical artifacts. They are living lessons in design, harmony, and the enduring power of nature shaped by human vision. They teach us to look at our own spaces, big or small, with an eye for structure, for focal points, for the simple elegance of green architecture, and for the creation of places that soothe the soul. If you've been inspired by this journey through the magnificent gardens of the Italian Renaissance, don't let the inspiration fade. Here at Blooming Grounds, we delve into garden history, explore stunning designs from around the world, and share practical tips to help you cultivate your own beautiful spaces. To ensure you don't miss our next exploration, hit that subscribe button now and become part of the Blooming Grounds community. Let's share our passion, learn together, and keep growing beautiful things. Subscribe today, and let the inspiration bloom.